And Ruffin calls. If the dealer puts 3 clubs on board, it's goodbye, Mr. Viffer. Nope.
5,000.
Just a pair of kings for Ruffin. And Viffer beats him into the pot with his monster. Obviously, he's got larceny in mind. Phil Ruffin shows no respect, while Viffer's plan seems to have backfired. But he's not willing to jump ship yet. 50,000, he's going to put Ruffin to the test.
What you got?
Tough call for Ruffin.
Call.
Guess not. Well, now this is getting interesting. What is David Pete going to do? There's 119,000 in the safe now. Queen of hearts. 3 hearts on board.
2.
So what's the right combination to open the safe? 30 to the right, 18 to the left. Or 100,000 in the middle.
What you got there? 50.
Does the rubber band play?
Does the silly band play?
How much you have there?
I want to say he can't call this, but he's proven me wrong before.
That'd be a good deal for you.
Call.
And there he goes.
You got it.
Well, look at the cards, Phil. You can stop counting any time now.
Yeah, gotta be the 9. Kings. Kings.
Wow, what a call. What a call. Nice hand.
So you don't bluff Antonio, and you don't bluff people with more money than you.
Yeah.
Except when you did.
Let me introduce you to Phil Ruffin.
9.
I thought it was 9s too. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I never said
Check, check.
What am I going to bet 9s there?
that there was an immediate raise to 5 last time.
42.
42.
Gus going to put in a little raise here with 6-4 suited. And of course, Tom Dwan is calling with ace-6 suited.
Straight flush draw. Any pair is good. Hit about 13% of those.
King-8 of hearts, good enough for Eli
I
Elezra.
had the bet blind ready.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, but no, he disrupted it.
All right.
Check
Check it out.
No.
No, wait. I didn't check it out there.
No,
I'm
of
not
course not.
checking.
No, of course not.
Yeah.
You're only doing it if
you... No, it's not a check.
No. He didn't check.
All right.
Check.
Eli waits till he makes a pair of kings, then he checks. Gus was the original raiser. He's playing Pachi with his chips. Immediate call from Eli with his kings.
How many big chips do you have?
Check.
Gus asked Eli how many big chips he has. Kind of strange question with that flop because there's no draw. Gus bets 25-5. I think Gus realizes that Eli has a king with a weak kicker. Probably not as weak as Eli really has. He's probably putting Eli on like king 10. And 25-5 should be enough to get Eli off king 10. Eli thinks about it.
The call.
Decides to call. Right decision. Ace on the river. If Gus was representing aces or ace-king, his hand has just gotten better. Ellie might not mind that ace because if Gus has king-jack or king-queen, it's a split pot now. $62-2. I have to say one thing. In the past, on a couple of occasions, Ellie has thrown away kings to big bets. Now, maybe Gus has watched all the high-stakes poker shows. A lot of these players do, and maybe he's familiar with that history. Maybe that's why he's trying to buy this pot. But not this time.
I will not win this hand.
Gus immediately picks up on the fact that he's not going to win the hand. He took a shot. You got to admire his courage. But Ellie's saying, boys, it's a new game this year. You won't have Ellie to kick around anymore. Calling is my Hebrew name.
I mean, could have easily had a king.
I think he had a king.
Yeah.
That's what he had. I believe it.
No, I'm saying Eli could have.
Yeah.
Eli could have had that.
He could have had ace king.
Eli had a wide range of hands he could have had, but I think he
Could have had a
had a good
9.
laydown. Just me and you?
Yeah, I think it was ace or queen. Just kidding.
If there's some bets,
I think it was ace.
he would
I'll
favor
do
to have one of
Doyle,
these two hands.
If you think he made a good laydown, I'll call for 10%. You know what I mean? Like 10% pot size.
9,000 more?
I just want to find out what Eli had.
Just a little gift for you, son.
Yeah, I want to
Thank
find
you,
out
sir.
too, but
You give him 5,000, I'm sure I'll tell you. And he'll swear too. 5,000 will work.
No, I just want to.
5,000 what? 5,000 will work.
I just want to call, but like 110.
5,000 will work.
Lex flopped a pair of deuces.
Like I want to call for 11.
Doyle says, hey, I'm still stuck.
17.
My winning streak's on the line. Let me pick up this little pot here.
Either win 28,000 or lose 11,000. Obviously, I don't want to do it if Ellie says you can.
And Lex says, maybe he's trying to pick up this little pot here.
Against anyone that offers.
you want to call it king.
I got ducks.
I don't want to. I was saying that to Phil.
Well,
I
obviously
wouldn't say it
call
to Phil.
against me.
Let me call and see what happens.
You could obviously call against me because I would have called.
Oh, I still could. Picked up anything after the hand.
You can.
We can
Wow,
do
4 comes out there.
He bet
2, 3, 4,
He bet
6.
5,500, and there's 7,500 in the pot.
Okay.
I'll call.
Okay.
Booked.
Doyle is not giving up.
Did I win?
60,000.
Okay.
Oh, come
He's
on.
representing a 5.
Send something for profit, you'll hear.
Phil, you offer
And Lex doesn't look like he's going for it.
No, I want this.
I lose 5,500.
I mean, I
It
shouldn't
looks
have
like Lex is seriously thinking about calling with a pair of deuces.
King 2.
Yeah, that means you like.
There it is. He calls. What a call.
Queen high.
Can call, hit 2 king. Hit the trips 9 and the king, and then find the heart of fall. I mean, I would.
Wow.
I don't think I would call.
He called with the ducks.
Because if I'm
Door bet 60 on the
I
river.
don't believe him.
Don't bluff the guy in red. Okay.
Okay.
David, don't bluff the guy in red. I don't know if you saw that hand, but don't try to bluff that guy. And how many strokes to give you? 2 aside?
Phil Ivey is just going to call with his 9s.
Well, actually, then this one hole, I just kept hitting it in the water. He's just sitting there smiling the whole time.
Didn't work out for
Guy
Gus
comes
when he just called with his queens.
Another ball.
But Jason attempts a squeeze play here. 22-1.
One that Phil.
Going to lose Gus and Ellie.
Any meat, chicken, or fish for a year.
For a year. Okay,
Phil Ivey's not going
welcome
anywhere.
to the super, he's going to just take care of his body.
Well, I got a
and
five-
run,
I
and
got
he's
five.
the
I don't wanna
happiest guy in
switch it.
1 year. It's like it's such a.
I don't want that.
You lost $1 million there. Okay, I would like to take some action. I'll give you.
So I have no
2-1
choice?
For 200,000. Okay, second bet. I'm just kidding. 2-1, 200,000 firm offer. Okay, what's next one?
Ivey just calls.
And then the other one's 2-1 that I win 2 bracelets.
Looks like Gus Hansen is throwing in the towel for the night. Good flop for Phil. No ace, no king, no queen. If Jason didn't have it before, it's unlikely he has it now. Jason does have an inside straight draw. Would make a straight with a 5. And he bets 28-7. Let's see what Phil does here. We know he's not going out.
I'm up 3 and we're going for 4. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, shoot. You're up 1,000. That's
We'll get there eventually.
You got schooled. Who was going to lose the $4 million?
no,
All of us.
No, he just offered. No one.
We offered $3 million.
You offered
Ivy
$3 million.
raises
For who
50,000.
No, we offered like 1.5
Me and Ellie.
million, right?
You and Ellie were going to do $1.5 million each?
Oh, you did?
I don't see any way Jason's calling. Ivy slow playing the nines is going to make him about $40,000.
I'm sorry.
Many times.
Wow, the worst thing is I didn't even know what hand was
But
going.
Jason's not throwing his hand away yet.
So sick. I just got for 1,000.
What's in those?
He's all in.
It's one of his, I don't know.
He continues to tell a good story. I don't see how Phil Ivey can call. If Jason had aces or kings, he'd play it the same way.
You know what? I'm a tight knit.
You have 1,000 left. Run with that.
It's a $107,000 raise.
Although I owe the guy $5.
Looking at the board, Ivy sees no drawer out there. Little glance at Jason. As I said, the story is very convincing. It really looks like Jason, who's played kind of snug. Phil Ivey just said, all right.
Guess you got me here. Guess I'm already on.
Phil Ivey said, all right, if you got the overpair, you got me. And he calls.
Once or twice.
What a call by Phil Ivey.
Maybe so.
One time.
Want to run it twice? Or once? I don't want to do it once.
I could have answered that question, Jason. One time. You're going to have to catch your 5 of your ace. Great play by Jason. Great call by Phil Ivey.
I'm starting to not feel so bad about putting me 200,000 in with my 2 queens. I'm starting not to feel so bad. I mean, I see the king 10 and the king 3.
Ah, man. Nice hand.
Welcome to the Ivy world, Jason.
Antonio trying to get back in one of Nick Casavetti's movies.
But I don't know if anybody knows why I said that.
Yeah, no, I'm sure the poker after darks.
Pineapple juice.
Right. I ordered one.
Phil Locke's raised in first position.
Phil Lock was there, right?
That was the greatest love story movie ever. You've seen it, right?
Howard's in with his
That's
ace.
the one where the guy has.
It's better than Pretty Woman. And Pretty Woman was a damn good movie.
That's the one where the
I'll
guy's
bet you
old,
think
right?
it's a better love story than Pretty Woman.
Who's in it?
I don't know their
Kenny
names. Not Kenny
No,
Chan.
Kenny
No.
Chan wasn't there. Isn't that the one where the guy's old and like tells the story as if
Yeah.
he's young? Okay, yeah.
Poker players think
Yeah, I did see that.
any movie with a hooker in it's a
Great
love
movie.
story.
No way.
How do you right blow? Like, how do you do that?
Yeah, that's pretty strong.
Patrick had put the $1,600 straddle on it, and he called 4,400 more with 10-4 spades. So it's 3 players here.
3 deuce 4 on the flop.
My churchgoers wouldn't appreciate that.
All right. The Christians?
Phil Locke was the original raiser.
And Locke bets 16,000.
And Howard's got a decision here.
Yeah, whether to rent blow or notebook.
He actually has the best hand.
Mutual friend.
He's still in there, right?
Yeah, he'll be out soon.
Is he really going to be out soon?
Yep.
How much of it is How much of it is Tom Dwan?
And there's another hand Howard's not going to enjoy watching on
Some of
TV.
it, you kind of like change a little bit, but
Patrick's
when
got
he saw it,
4s.
It was like became his reality. Actually, yeah, so it was kind of cool.
And if he believes that Phil Locke has the
I assume
overpair,
there's some you need to improvise. 'cause
he
you
would
don't
be
know
in
what
great
the
shape
strategies are,
if a
right?
4
Shot at, that kind of stuff.
or a
Exactly,
10
right,
came
I mean,
off.
But basically,
Where you can try
They
to
both
do
have a lot of money, so he's going to call.
And king of spades on the turn.
my buddy directed
That gives
He's dead
Patrick
now.
a flush draw,
Thank
along with his pair of 4s.
Guy who directed Blow is there?
He checks. Now let's see if Phil Locke keeps up his story. Once upon a time, I had 3 kings or aces. These 2 guys have played very hard at each other this season on high-stakes poker.
Phil bets 37,300.
You could die, probably.
As I said, Patrick's hand has improved. He has the flush draw.
I mean, I
Phil
would-
Lock has a lot of money. Very unlikely.
But
Phil Lock
some fish that'll kill you.
has a spade flush draw also.
They were, like,
So
talking about it a
Patrick
little bit.
thinks if he catches a spade,
And we're saying
he
how
could
they
win a
were-
lot of money, so
when
he's
they
probably
got
going to
the
call.
fish, they were taught what to do in case someone gets swung by him or whatever, where how to
Right,
resuscitate
which-
people and
Which
so if they need to be
Patrick does call.
forming the next of kin? Is that part of it?
Queen on the river.
Patrick still has the best hand with a pair of fours. Phil Lock has fired 3 times. He's raised before the flop, and on the turn. Patrick checks. Will Phil Lock fire that final bullet? I think he knows he doesn't have the best hand right now.
like 3 times.
Remember there was a pot where he called off 37,000 earlier.
Oh, I got 27.
80,000 from Lock.
But that's about it. 100,000 all in that.
Phil Lock bet real fast.
Yeah.
Usually that's an indication that you're bluffing unless you're doing the old double whammy. And Patrick knows that this season on high stakes poker, Phil Lock has made very few value bets. It's possible Phil Lock has 3 kings. But other than that, he's thinking, would Phil Lock bet aces here? Would he bet 80,000 on the ace king of hearts? I think that's what's going through Patrick's mind.
I guess they decided now, so they could.
Wow,
Wow.
he calls
Oh.
$80,000 with a pair of fours.
Nice call.
I knew you had nothing. So sick.
Phil Lock is in shock,
To go all in.
and so is the rest of the table, even Durr.
I have to go all in. If I went all in, you would fold.